welcome back to NRC Division 2, I believe round 11 for Canada. I actually don't know what round this is. The first week. But at the moment, all mental cars are on average. I believe one other driver, two drivers already. And it is going to be a dry race and wet qualifying qualifying session. So we'll probably see a lot of spins from drivers, which will be very fun and entertaining. As we actually have the first car on track, it is the Alpha Tauri of Aaron Storm, first driver. Out to the blocks, going to probably be testing the waters here. No pun intended there, but I'm going to be testing it for a bit and then probably see one lap. I've actually misjudged it. That is the racing point out ahead of him of Jocelyn, there on the scoreboards. Jesus. As all these drivers are going to be very tend on the accelerator, that's the word. And my English is already failing me. As there is already the first yellow flag that is coming out the pits. That is the Red Bull of Welsh Deviant, who's been disqualified for going the wrong way. I don't know what's happened there. We also have Rhythm, who's ended up missing turn 1 entirely. I actually do not know what has happened there. But drivers now, it's going to be a slow final chicane from these drivers as the weather is going to be appalling. For qualifying, full wet at the moment, don't have full dry up at all. We do have a lot of yellow flags appearing, especially around the turn 1 area, because, well, we all know how Codemasters love everything. Sad that we have lost one driver already, so this means we will only lose 3 more drivers, as I believe Storm is our furthest forward driver on track. Jocelyn. Jocelyn is behind, so Aaron Storm will be the first driver to complete his flying lap, or first of many, I believe it will be. Anyone in the chat just say if the stream's laggy, slow or anything like that. I'll try and fix it best I can. Or as you actually see Aaron Storm there get all out of shape coming down the back straight. Nigel has left the session, and that's about it. I do actually see Chettle has had an incident out on his flying lap. I believe that is a loss in the front wing. Aaron Storm though comes through the final chicane, no issues look like there. He comes across the line. Oh, 22.0 first lap across. Next driver will be Jocelyn, comes across the 25. Considerably slower than Storm, but they will probably be going on for double flyer laps because most drivers prefer this in the wet. So we do actually see there Skeefy, purple sector 1, very good from him. We do actually have the McLaren of Lunderland, 25.0, good lap from him there. Next will be the Ferrari of X-Pilot there, a24. Then we'll have both Alfa Romeos. First one there of Hawk, followed in by Dime 0, both setting a 22.6 and a 24.0 respectively. But like I said before, a lot of these drivers are going to start 2 laps in a row. And I'll see, no, not Career, it was King Burger starting his flyer, who has invalidated already turn 1. Next roll, that is Dame 0, has hit the wall on his debut for NRC. And lucky for him there, as that has removed part of his front wing, and he is going to get to race 9 quickly for that Renault. Here in Skeefy, crosses the line, goes fastest of all with a 21.6. Very good lap from him. He's going to be closely followed by NRC Arnson. Arnson comes across the line. He sets 23.4, putting in P4 respectively. Very good lap from him there. Still no one seems to be as quick as Skeefy. Nigelator has rejoined the session. It's nice to see. The AlphaTauri of Storm just set another lap, 21.8, so he improves on his lap time there by a 10th. Very good from him. I believe Jocelyn is now starting. Yep, Jocelyn's starting his second flyer now. We'll then have the McLaren, which is going to be the McLaren of Lunderland, finishing his second flyer. He is starting his second flyer, sorry about that. Then have the Alfa Romeo Hawk, who's about to start his second. No, he's invalidated it. That 4/10 improvement would have been nice for him, would have just put him a bit further up the grid. Drivers still starting their second laps, as yeah, a lot of drivers here prefer to have 2 flying laps. Dame Zero getting out of the way there for the McLaren of Kustov. Does not want to cause any more incidents, he's just trying to make his way back to the pits. Kustov then comes across the line, sets a 23.9, puts in P7, but then Korea goes a bit faster than him there, the 23.6. Displacing him back a bit further down. Dame Zero comes into the pits. Next driver to come across the line, I believe, will be ERN Skeefy, who actually has gone quicker than he did before. He's already been across the line, setting a 21.2. Arnson's about to finish his lap now. We'll see what Arnson can set. Arnson comes across the line to start a second flyer. It's not actually a second flyer. I believe Apex, during all of that, has actually... Oh, Apex is about to finish his lap. I believe I've missed when Apex put his lap in. But he's improves on that lap as well. Goes P2 with an improvement. 21.4. Good lap from him there. The McLaren, I believe that is for Lunderland. Yep. The final chicane, no invalidation there from him. Very good. Coming across the line. An improvement by 1.6 seconds. Very good improvement there. Puts him into P6. 23.394. Next would be the Red Bull of Chattel. Chattel just finished his out lap. Okay. It was then double Ferrari of Gergo and X-Pilot. I don't know if it is Gergo is. Does anyone know if it is Gergo or is Kiki? As there is the Red Bull there, I believe that is of Chattel, who has ended up crashing on his first lap. So that is removal of the front wings. He hits the wall yet again, causing more damage, but we'll have to come to the pits to chuck a new front wing on that Red Bull. Drivers, I believe, are coming to the pits now as Arnson comes across this final chicane. This is on another flyer. Gets a really squirrely rear end there, as I believe he's actually not going to improve on his time. He does, but 1.3 seconds. Way to disprove me there, Arnson. He will probably want an improvement on that lap as his final sector wasn't the best. I did just see a Haas and Racing Point improve. Apex starting his lap. I believe that was Jocelyn who has improved as well. Jocelyn put a 22.0 in, and the Haas would be of Evian there with a 24.7. So good laps from both of them there. Next driver to finish their lap as London comes into the pits will be the Ferrari of Gergo. I'm going to keep saying Gergo because that's what it is. Has invalidated his time. X-Pilot on the other hand has not. Where can the NRC driver put it? He puts a P7 with a 22.8. Very, very good lap there. Red Bull also completed a lap there. I believe that was of Chattel. Oh no, who's coming into the pits. I think there's a bit of lag there for me. Oh, as we do actually see Gergo. So I believe he has lost the rear end, then has actually spun around. Respins his car around. Lucky not to actually take his front wheel off, as I know people have before. I believe it is Rhythm who's just got out the... No, not Rhythm, that's Jocelyn. Don't know if there's an incident there for Jocelyn or he's just about to start his second lap, but actually we see Hawk come through the final chicane. No damage there. We'll see what he can do. Thank you, Bruno, for saying how I originally said it. I still don't understand how to say Norwegian names, to be fair. Apex actually goes pole there. Very good lap from him. The next Haas actually comes into the pits, so next we'll see the Ferrari. Gergo just decides to cut a chicane without wing damage. Lucky not to actually hit the wall then, but But the Ferrari causing a yellow flag as Nigelator, I believe, is on a flyer. This is Nigelator's, this is outlap. So he's doing a double outlap, then a flyer, it seems like. I see. Oh no, he comes into the pits. Don't know if that was wing damage, but then we see not Rhythm, the Renault of not Korea, Kingberger. He's about to start his lap, then closely followed by not Dame Zero, by Hawk on an outlap. And then it is the Racing Point of Rhythm, who has just started his lap as well. The McLaren of Kustov's just about to start his second lap. Don't know if it will stay full wet, so it will improve to intermediate weather, but these drivers are starting to improve in their times. Bearing in mind, a lot of these drivers did set 25s as their first laps and then chucked it into the 22s. So we'll see what they can do here, as there is another yellow flag there caused by Dame Zero. This will be Dame Zero starting his lap, so trying to get the best one through the final chicane. The Red Bull of Seattle. Right, I'm gonna have to check how you say this name, because he's told me how to say it, but I just mess it up still. As he will be coming across the line with an invalidation on his outlap, so that'll be starting his lap. Chatil. Okay, Chatil. So Chatil actually finishes his lap and is starting now his first flyer. Make sure to spin another banker, as I believe it's his Dame Zero. That was Hawk improving. I saw him jump up a position then. Sorry for not catching the lap, Hawk, but Hawk has set a 22.1. Very good lap from him there. AMS Rhythm there with a 24.9. Kingberg with a 33.6. I believe both those will be improved on, as they might have been one lap to the second. But these drivers slowly making their way around, doing pretty well for themselves. As the McLaren there as well. I believe that was Kustov just finishing an outlap, starting his fly. Now there is a yellow flag there. I believe that is caused by Hawk. Hawk deciding he wants to turn his car into a lawnmower now, coming across all the grass, making sure it's at a very good level, as his teammate Dame Zero finishes his lap, up by 8 tenths at the minute, keeps the 8 tenth improvement, puts the car P10 at the minute, the 23.1, a good improvement from him there. Next we have the Alpha Tauri of Nigelator finishing his lap. You see that Apex, Skeefy, Storm and Yosin haven't reappeared from the pit lane. I believe they're going to stay in the pits. They don't want to ruin any more sets of tyres in case they need to use them later on. Seattle comes through the final chicane. No damage, very good from him there. Comes across the line, so it's a 23.1. That puts him up into 8th place. Very good lap from him there. Probably going for a double flyer, so we'll see how that works. As we do actually see the Racing Point invalidation, sadly, probably through all the champions there for Rhythm. He will look to improve on that. This is the Renault there, I believe. Kingberger comes across the line, good improvement from there by 9.6 seconds. Very good improvement. Puts the car up into P13, just behind his teammate of NRC Korea with a 23.9. We did also have the Mercedes there, that is the Mercedes of Arnson, starting his next flyer. We have the Ferrari here of Gergo starting his lap, and Rhythm, after just starting his flying lap, has actually taken part of his front wing off. He'll probably want to race around to the pits. What's happened there? That was also happening for Kustov further behind. Kustov just doing some grass clipping as well. A lot of these drivers preferring their cars to be turned into lawnmowers rather than actual race cars. Nigelator is about to finish his lap. At the minute, he looks to be on par for a good lap. We'll see where he ends up. Coming through the final chicane, no invalidation from there, and now floors it, gets as much power to his rear wheels as he can to try and drag or push this car along. Slippy circuit of Canada, he's at 26.7. Hopefully he'll be able to improve on that lap time and gain more confidence through the car, push himself into Q2. Seattle just finished his lap with a 3/10 improvement, therefore putting him into P8 at 22.7. Other drivers are improving. Jeez, there's a lot of drivers now coming. Kingberger, who is a bit slow on this lap, I believe he's about to start his second flyer. As yes, that was 1.7 seconds slower, so this looks like he is going to start a second flyer. NRC Arnson about to finish his lap, 3 seconds slower, sorry there. That would probably be a second a banker, as we actually see Gergo now come across the line. Where can he put it? He can put it P8, a 22.7, very good improvement from there as well. Another yellow flag has been caused in the middle sector. I believe this is by a Haas, yes it is. That is the Haas of Evian deciding. He also wants to turn his car into a lawnmower. A lot of lawnmowers today, as we can see, as the McLaren of London comes across to start his flyer. There's actually ex-pilots at purple middle sector, very well done from him there. The AlphaTauri there of Nigeria getting out of the way for the driver on a flyer, which I believe is Chetil. Coming through Wall of Champions very nicely, no hit on the wall, there cut the chicane, keeps his lap very valid. He's now going to come across the line, and where can he put it? He can put it into P5, very good improvement from there, 6 tenths, 22.0. Or 22.1 actually, sorry about that. The Renault of Korea is about to end his 1.5 seconds quicker there from Korea, but he's going to be annoyed as that wasn't invalidation. Ian Skeefy has retired in the pit lane, as he believes he will not be able to improve. AMS Jocelyn about to start a flyer, quickly followed there by King Burger. There is Korea, has ended up spinning it. I don't know if Korea will have time if he can get back far, and hasn't actually caused any damage to that Renault to improve on that lap time. Or maybe his teammate or other drivers will be able to knock him out as Breezy. With Breezy, who needs the new nickname, just one lap, as Breezy has ended up last week as well, only setting one lap in each qualifying session, as the McLaren there, not the McLaren, the Mercedes there of Arnson has ended up having a little spin in the wet, taken off an end plate, so no improvement from there. Keeps out the way of the Ferrari that just comes past. The McLaren now has come across the line here of London, improved by 2 tenths of a second. Puts his car up into P11 with a 23.159, very good improvement from him there as well. We see Chetil coming down the straight now, and we'll see where he can end up putting it. The McLaren, the Mercedes and the Renault are still causing yellow flags throughout the circuit, as it is a little Renault and Haas checkerboard down there, as you can see on the little mini map on the right hand side of the screen. Chetil comes across the line. This is going to be starting his second flyer. Another yellow flag has been caused down at the chicane. I'm going to hop on board with, I believe it's X-Pilot who actually comes into the pits, so we won't hop on board with him. So Jocelyn probably also coming to the pits now, as those two probably believe they are very safe where they are positioned. Nope, Jocelyn's starting a flyer actually. Evian here is going to come across the line. We'll see if he can start his flyer and what he can do, or what, no, the end of his flyer. Evian improves with 1.3 seconds, but his car up to P13. He will hopefully be able to improve, as someone has jumped up Matt. Of course it's Breezy. Breezy just set in one lap. And he goes and puts it P4 with a 22.0. Very good from him there. I believe both Renaults are... Kingberger ends his lap, as that will... Kingberger will not be resuming any more laps in this qualifying session. We'll see if he makes it through into Q2, but he has just stopped there. Dame Zero is still out on a lap. Hopefully he can improve. Same as Lunderland, who has just started his lap. Slow to his right-hander. Put the power down. First of these cars to actually finish will be Chetil comes into the pits. Then it'll be the Haas, but I believe with Evian. We'll see where Evian can end up putting it, coming through the hairpin. Very tricky part of the circuit to get right, as you can run wide and hit that wall or run too deep, opening yourself up for an overtake. So I have made a mistake. Evian won't be the next driver, as actually Kingberger has retired on circuit. Don't know if that is a punishment in NRC or not, but it's in other leagues I have raced in. It's going to be Jocelyn finishing his flyer first. So Jocelyn puts it as Chetil retires in the pit lane. Okay. Jocelyn improves by 2 tenths, very good lap from him there. Breezy is coming down the back straight, it's Evian. Evian actually improves, puts his car into P13, very good lap from there, 23.0. The runner there of Korea. Korea jumps out of the bottom 3 there, very good lap from him there, 22.7. Yeah, 22.7. Next driver will be Dame Zero to cross the line. Can he put his car safer? Yes, he can. Puts a P11, so Evian now the car at risk. You see, no, Evian has actually finished his lap. And the cars below him have actually finished their laps as well. We only had the McLaren there of, I believe, Christophe, London finishing his lap. Gogo finishes his lap 23 seconds slower, as he didn't actually want to push it on the end of those tyres. So sadly we'll be losing today, or in Q1 we'll be losing. Just switches off them. Thank you game for being as helpful as ever. As here we go, the drivers we will be sadly losing at the end of this qualifying session. The Red Bull of Welsh Deviant, the AlphaTauri of Nigelator, the Racing Point of Rhythm, which is a very big shock. Rhythm was near the front of the grid last week, and the Renault of Kingberger. All of these drivers did not post a lap quick enough to progress themselves into the next qualifying session. Very sad to see them go. But hopefully they can improve during the race, as they will now be able to sit back, relax, and watch, I believe, a few more spins happen. As it still looks to be full wet conditions at Canada, which is not nice for those drivers who are driving in this weather. As Rhythm here is saying, one lap his brakes would lock up as soon as he would touch them, and we ended up losing Rhythm as his brakes seemed to not like him as much as they could have, just being on, off, on, off, on, off. As first driver out on track is going to be, is it Hawk or is there a driver like this? A driver ahead of Hawk? It's Jocelyn. As both those drivers were actually merging together on my screen, but Jocelyn will be the first driver out on track, still full wet conditions. And what these drivers can end up posting. I'll tell you one thing I can almost guarantee is going to have 4 minutes to come out on circuit. So we will only see Evian, I believe, out on circuit for the first part of this. The drivers slowly crawling their way out onto the circuit. So yeah, oh no, I believe the McLaren, not the McLaren. I keep saying McLaren instead of Mercedes. The Mercedes of Ian Skeefy has overtaken, my English. Skeefy in the Mercedes has ended up overtaking Jocelyn on their outlap, so Skeefy will be the first driver to start his flyer. There we go. As they are now coming across the line, we'll see what they can do. I'll actually get rid of the telemetry, sorry about that for you guys. Oh, not the telemetry, the drop down board. Skeefy starts his flying lap in the Mercedes with his classic black and lime green helmet. As we'll see what these drivers can do, we have behind him Jocelyn. Well, I'll tell you the drivers that aren't out. Hawk has decided not to come out yet, Breezy and London. Don't know if they've got a little ace up their sleeve or whatever, but they are the drivers who aren't coming out so far. As we actually see Skeefy coming down into the hairpin now, so this is going to be a very good lap from him now. A very good lap. He's going to be the first driver to set a lap, so yeah, it should be a very good lap. But he comes down the pitch straight, not the pitch straight. There's 3 straights down Canada, and they all confuse me because I don't know which one your class is back straight for pitch straight and stuff like that. I know which one's the pitch straight, don't I? Which one you call it the straight or anything, as he actually comes across the line. We'll see what he can do. He comes across the line and sets a 21.3. That was almost identical to the time he set in Q1. He'll be followed across the line by Jocelyn, who's just about to finish his lap. Still looks to be full wet conditions with a 23.7. Both those drivers will be trying to improve on their lap times. Next driver to cross the line is actually the Red Bull there of, not the Red Bull, it was the... Okay, so drivers that have finished their laps is now Apex, Shetu, Dame Zero and X-Pilot, and now Gustav as well, and also Korea. You guys love giving me a break, don't you? Storm will be the next driver, then I can tell you. He goes quickest of all with the 28. He beats his fellow ERN driver by 7 100ths. Those are his yellow flag sector 1, who has spun. Dame Zero, there he is, spun again. That's sad for him though, as we actually see the Mercedes there of Arnson cross the line, improves, and does... Everyone's going to improve... Why do I keep saying... Everyone's going to improve on their time, I need to remember that. At the minute it looks to be Mercedes, both of them look to be safe, but we know that drivers can improve massively as Dame Zero is causing loads of yellow flags. King Burger has left the session. I will try and invite him back quickly. Sorry that you guys are going to have to see a pause menu. Where is King Burger? King Burger, I apparently haven't played with anyone. Well then, here we go. It was King Burger who left the session. We will see where King Burger is. Apparently I haven't played with King Burger. What? There we go, King Burger. There is a yellow flag being caused as well, and it's not letting me invite King Burger to the session. This is amazing. Skeefy improves with a 21.96. Storm there still with a 21.303. Then it's Apex with a 21.6. Arnson with a 21. Shetul with a 22, Jocelyn, Kustov, Dime Zero, X-Pilot, Gergo and Korea. Some of these drivers wanting to improve their laps. Evian is still driving around. Yellow sector call, yellow sector middle. Yellow sector, middle sector. Yellow flag, middle sector. As X-Pilot was causing that yellow flag. Don't know if that was an incident for X-Pilot or what it was. But London comes across to actually start his first flyer. Skeefy is about to start his second flyer there. Yellow flag still getting caused by the Ferrari. Yeah, the Ferrari of X-Pilot. Just trying to find out who is who still. A lot of these drivers now actually starting their second flying laps. We'll see how they can do. There's Nancy McLaren, who's let someone go. You guys love confusing me so much, don't you? Okay, next driver to cross the line is going to be ERN Storm. Is this an improvement on his lap? It is. He actually beats Skeefy as these two ERN drivers deciding to pull out. He goes and puts, waiting for it to show me, a 21.0, so a good improvement from him there. Skeefy's going to want that pole position, or that provision. It's not even fucking provisional pole. My English is just deciding not to work today, and I don't know why. The Mercedes of Arnson will be next across the line. He is setting invalidation. He is then going to be followed by Skeefy, who is actually on a fast lap, who's hoping to beat his fellow ERN driver. He is coming down the pit straight. I was about to say opens DRS, but there's no DRS because it's full wet. He beats Storm yet again by 0.4 of a second. Skeefy and Storm are probably having this little scrap going on. As we do actually see London in there, very good lap from there, puts himself P8, 22.5. That's nice from there. Let's look at that. Breezy is finally not in the Breezy's not coming. Apex improves by 0.4 as well, very good lap from there, puts himself just behind Storm on time-wise, but I believe both them will be safe now. As for not Ferrari, Alfa Romeo of Hawk, I missed that. Hawk did a 27.2, that wasn't a validation. Nigel has left the session. I believe we'll be able to get him back in before the qualifying. Evian just comes through the final chicane. We'll see where he can put it. He improves, puts himself P11, so he's still not good enough to be secure just yet, but we'll see if he can improve again. Korea's coming out to try and save his lap times. Gergo just finished a lap, then it is followed by Arntzen, who's about to finish his lap, where can he put it? He's not as quick as he could have been. The McLaren here of not London and Christoph has ended up causing a spin. That's an issue. Then it is the other McLaren of London who's about to finish on lap. We'll see where London puts it. He doesn't improve, barely doesn't improve, so he'll be kicking himself if he can improve. Nigel has joined the session, that's very good for us. Chatel comes into the pits, brilliant. That'll be followed by the Ferrari here of NRC X-Pilot. See where he can put it. X-Pilot there is actually starting his second flying lap. We have a little break before we see the likes of Evian finish their flyers. Where is he going to put it? Comes through the chicane, hopefully not validation, no validation there. There is a yellow flag as he actually hits the wall, and the other wall removing his whole front wing. Ooh, and that front wing gets run over by NRC Korea. Luckily there, no puncher that I can currently see. Evian's going to be kicking himself with that. Dame Zero, I don't know if Dame Zero had a spin or just pulled out the way. We'll see what that is. No, that's no spin. More yellow flags appearing. Skeefy is retired in the pit lane, that's what the yellow flags are about. Sorry about that. Here and Storm's retired in the pit lane. Thank you to both of you for retiring in the pit lane. Right now I hope that both of you drop down further down the order and see who can finish where. And before guys, oh jeez, okay, we've just seen Evian go head on into a wall. Evian has retired from the session. Ooh. Don't know if you misjudged this braking session there. As DSJ actually says, DSJ. You've changed your game attack, haven't you, DSJ? I need to get confirmation of that because have you changed your game attack? Because I cannot see you now on the scoring board. But you've said that you've secured your, you've done your lap one time, or your lap time on your old compound tyres, which is very good wherever you are on the lap time. I just need confirmation of which driver you are because currently I have no clue. I'm sorry if you've told me before, but my brain is non-existent, I should say that. Christoph there sadly does not improve, but he's going to be starting a second flyer. We do have the likes of not Dame Zero, that's going to be... Hawk. How could I forget Hawk? Sorry, Hawk, I ended up forgetting you. Kingberger has rejoined the session, that's nice. He is about to start his flyer now. Breezy has just left the pits. There you go, guys. I called it. Breezy would come out for the last 3 minutes of the session and does. Very nice there from Breezy. I still have no clue which driver DSJ is. But it looks like the NRC, a lot of these drivers are actually out now. Some of them are in the pits. Cough cough, Dame Zero. Might want to get out, buddy, before you get knocked out. So you may need to improve. But a lot of these drivers did actually race each other yesterday in a fellow league. I believe the drivers that did race each other was, I'm now going to remember, Arntzen, Hawk, Evian and Dame Zero all raced each other yesterday in a league, which was a very exciting race between all of them. All of them did a very good job. It's very entertaining to drive alongside them, as a lot of these drivers are very good at what they do. And Noah Tetley, before you say that's a shameless plug, did not say the name. So you cannot call it a shameless plug. As we actually see Breezy there causing yellow flag before starting his flyer. We'll see about... Breezy may have just messed up here. He's got this lap and next lap, and he has got this lap and next lap in validation. Ooh, he's going to have to hurry around and hope big time that he can get round and start another flyer. Drivers to cross the line next. It's going to be AMS Jocelyn. He has invalidated his lap time. Don't know if this is this and next lap. But if it is, he's going to have to settle with the lap time he's done. And it's not okay, so he can actually do another flyer. X-Pilot has come into the pits. Yeah, there's Gogo, something like that. Yep, Gogo finishes his out laps, now starting his flying lap. Zireno of Korea is next. Korea hopefully has not only got Korea's only got Korea only had this lap of validation. We'll see where Korea can put it. As we do actually see Gogo ended up doing a full 360. He's facing the wrong way. A 180, removing his front wing as Korea there. Korea deciding to turn this race into Tokyo Drift, drifting through those corners. Gladly no damage for him there. We don't know how much that has cost him. Shatil comes off of the racing line. I don't know if he's trying to pull his tyres down there, but it still looks to be full wet weather. Alfa Romeo of Hawk about to finish his lap. Hawk, where can he put it? X-Pilot's retired. X-Pilot's retired in the pit lane. Okay, good. Hawk there puts P4. Very good lap time from Hawk there. Gogo deciding he wants to become a lawnmower yet again. Breezy starting his fly now. He finished with such little time left. Very lucky from him there. Gogo, if you become a lawnmower again, no, you've just missed your front wing. Don't think lawnmowers work without their front wings, buddy. But you can keep becoming one if you want. Jocelyn into the pits. Does not want to, or can't stay another lap. He did actually invalidate his lap time. Shatil there has invalidated his lap time as well as big pain for the Red Bull driver there. Same as Korea. So Korea sadly will not be progressing into the next round. Neither will Evian. Drivers still at risk here are Kuskov, London and Dame Zero. Dame Zero will be next driver to actually cross the line. We'll see where he can put it. Korea has retired from the session in the pit lane. It's same as Shatil. Both of them, or Shatil, probably happy with his lap time. Dame Zero, where can we see him put it? He cannot improve. He is 3/10 slower, so we will lose Dame Zero as well. Breezy may still relegate Kustov into the relegation zone in case Lunderland cannot himself. Lunderland will be the next driver to cross the line. We'll see where he can end up putting it. Lunderland puts a P8, demoting his teammate into the relegation zone. Breezy now is going to try and demote. Breezy cannot. Breezy was not able to demote Shatil into the relegation zone there. Relegation zone, yeah, it is relegation because they did get relegated from them. Korea, Breezy, Evian, Dame Zero and Kustov are the drivers that we have to sadly say goodbye to. Dunham can improve that lap time. Hawk. Okay, it's Hawk's engines making a weird noise. Hawk slowly coming across the line. Ever so slowly. Nigelator has rejoined the session. I don't know if that is Nigelator's Wi-Fi. As DSJ says he has bottled his lap. Very sad from you there, DSJ. DSJ, please remind me of what your gamer tag used to be. Still can't remember it. I'm so sorry, but I can't remember it. No, I know what your gamer tag used to be. It used to be DSJ. It's what your gamer tag is now. You are Yosin. Okay. Thank you. You and Rhythm both switch your gamer tags. You confused me because I had you for 3 races as different gamer tags. So it makes me think you're 2 new drivers. It's very weird to get used to, but I'll try my best to get used to that. So at the minute, drivers progressing are Skiffy, Storm, Apex, Hawk, Jocelyn, or DSJ. Arnson, X-Pilot, Nigel is left again, okay. Lunderland, Gergo, and Shatil. Drivers that we have sadly had to say goodbye to: Kustov, Dame Zero, Evian, Breezy, and Korea. So in this little inter-battle that's going on between, a little inter-battle we've made between ERN and NRC, we've let go of 1 NRC driver and 1 ERN driver, Dame Zero and Korea, both respectively. So we'll see how X-Pilot and Arnson can stack up against Storm and Skeefy in this final qualifying session, and the other drivers, as all the other drivers deserve their limelight as well. Don't deserve to forget any of them, but we will see where they can end up putting it. But we will see. Well, I say good luck before anyone actually comes out of the session. to... Good. My English is just... That's my only excuse I can make. Good luck to every single driver who is currently listening into the stream and is starting their final qualifying session. I know you guys will do your best. And I can do a gap to leader. Fastest lap, please. Yeah, good luck to all drivers that are listening into the stream currently. I hope you guys have a good session. And that the rain doesn't ruin your laps. Because I know that rain can ruin people's laps. As Jocelyn is going to be the first driver out to start his flyer, as Skeefy I don't think can teleport half the circuit to get ahead of Jocelyn. If you guys would give me a second, I'm just going to move where I've got the stream bar as it is blocking my view of the circuit. There we go. Okay, I've now moved my stream bar so I can actually see the full circuit. Big help for me here. And we didn't actually miss any of the racing going on at the minute as Jocelyn. Will be first driver to come across the line. We'll see what Jocelyn can do here. Jocelyn starts his flyer. Shock horror there. Didn't realise he was about to start a flying lap. Some drivers are actually invalidating going to the final chicane. Jocelyn will be then followed closely by Here and Storm, yellow flag caused, that's probably by X-Pilot. No biddies by the Williams of Apex, not wanting to get too close to the gearbox of X-Pilot and cause a crash on their fast laps. See what Jocelyn can do here as Jocelyn is going down the back straight. Okay. The second DRS straight, I'm calling it the back straight, as we actually do see Storm just slam on his brakes in the middle of the road. I believe he has actually had a spin there, as he's lost an end plate. A classical from Aaron Storm there, losing an end plate, but what else can you do as Jocelyn comes through the hairpin. Very nice line that didn't go too deep and didn't go too close to the apex. So he keeps a lot of his speed going. We'll see what he can do coming down this back straight. Flooring it. There is another yellow flag caused. I believe that is still by Aaron Storm. Jocelyn coming down the back straight. We'll see what he can do coming through the chicane. He comes through the chicane now. Very nice line. No invalidation there from him. Does not hit the wall either. Comes down and we'll see where he can put it. He's put it and he goes with a 21.8. This isn't the fastest lap we have seen yet, but I know that Jocelyn can improve on this as he's going to go for a second flyer. So back-to-back flyers. He will closely now be followed by Chatil instead of Aaron Storm there. Chatil, where can you put it? A 22.5, putting it just behind Jocelyn. Arnson then with a 21.5, a big improvement from him there to put himself up into the provision of pole. What can X-Pilot say about it? X-Pilot puts a P3 at 22.1, good lap from him there. He'll be closely followed by ARL Apex. ARL Apex puts it with a 22.0, so a good lap from him there as well, puts in P3 respectively. Some drivers starting their flying laps. London will start his flyer, and the next driver will be Aaron Skeefy, who is getting slipstream from Aaron Storm. Two ERN drivers there, trying to give each other the biggest advantage they can. Skeefy comes through the final chicane, keeps it very nice, no validations there for him. He's now coming down the pit straight. We'll see where he can put it. He puts it up into pole. Very good lap from him there with a 21.496. So puts it just ahead of Arnson then will be followed in by Gergo. Gergo ends up putting a 22.5 in. Very good lap from him there. He is going to do probably another out lap and then another fast lap. Jocelyn comes into the pits. Surprised he didn't do 2 out laps, as most drivers do usually do 2 fast laps. Sorry. Such as Chatil, who's doing 2 fast. Chatil validation. So this will be the start of his second flyer. So he did out flyer, out flyer. We'll see where he can put it now. Oh, well, he improved by 4/10, which is very good. That 4/10 improvement would have actually moved up into P5, but sadly that wasn't an actual lap. That was invalidation. ARL Apex currently up by 6.69 seconds. 0.669 seconds. That sadly drops to only half a second improvement, puts him into P2. A whole second behind Skeefy. Skeefy, what have you been eating this morning to put a lap back quick as Hawk is on the intermediates? Hawk, you are one brave boy. Tell you that now. If that works, brilliant, cool, you've done what Racing Point did in Turkey. If it doesn't, you go like a silly goose. Gergo finishing an invalidated lap, so he'll be starting a flyer. Chatil at the hairpin now. This is an actual lap, as you can see, he is using ERS. We'll see where he can end up putting. We're going to hop on board with him going down this straight that isn't also straight. They'll curve in the start of it, you have to go right then left. So remember my directions there as he comes to the final chicane. No invalidation from there on the curbs, keeps the car nicely planted on the circuit. No wheel spin or slide at the back end. Improvement by 4/10, very good lap from Chatil there. Goes into P5. Welcome with Hawk. Hawk's up by 4/10 so far. Are the intermediates the go-to now? I do actually want to have a with Apex. Apex finishes his lap. Improvement by 3/10, very good lap from there with a 21.1. We'll see what Hawk can do on these compound. Improves by 3.7 tenths. Currently not good enough to even challenge Gergo 4P7 if we do actually see him decide he wants to turn into Tokyo Drift. Here and Storm comes down the pit straight. This is starting his final lap and now we will actually hope that Hawk on those intermediates gets out of the way for him. Gergo finishing his lap now. We see what Gergo can do. He's got a 3/10 so far, improvement by almost 5/10 there. Actually puts him very close to the back of Jocelyn there in the P4, but he will be hoping to get another lap as there are yellow flags still getting caused as there you go. Hawk gets out of the way for Ear and Storm there. Very good from the drivers. No one blocking each other so far. Chatil here again, we're going to see what he can do as he is actually up on his time so far. He improves by 2/10, put himself P4, demoting Jocelyn down to P5. Jocelyn comes out of the pits to re-challenge for those positions that he's just dropped. Gergo here, not Gergo, ex-pilot, starting a lap. He had invalidated the previous lap, I believe. Next driver took us to the line as we actually do see Apex into the pits on those 3 lap old wet tyres. Aaron Storm, I believe, for the next driver to start his lap. ERS is on. Not start his lap, finish his lap. Comes through, no touch on the Wall of Champions there. Still keeping his car facing forward and goes P2 with a 21.0. Very good lap from there. We'll hope to demote Skeefy later on in the session. Next driver to cross the line, I believe it'll actually be Gergo comes into the pit lane. And is one of the first drivers to actually follow the pit lane speed in. Very well done from there. Hawk has run out of fuel. Well then. Chatil will be coming up to the line now. Comes through the final chicane. No validation from there either. We'll see if this lap is good enough improvement. It's going to be a bit too slow improve on, but you'll probably be starting another flyer. Chatil, this is your 6th flyer. Are you okay? Do you not want to pit for new tyres? Or do you just want to keep wearing these tyres down? Jocelyn started a new lap. Hawk started a new lap. Oh, no. Ex-pilot started a new lap. There is actually the McLaren down here of Lunderland, who is getting closely followed by Aaron Storm. Aaron Storm just warming his tyres up a bit. I don't know if it's getting too cold for these tyres or not. Has brought out the yellow flags as well. I believe if Chatel is not up this lap, he will actually come into the pits. As we will see at the end of sector 2, which is coming up, he is up by 3:10. Chatel, you are one crazy guy. I'll tell you that now. You'll consistently go out in the same tyres. But Chatil is closely followed by Jocelyn, who is also on a fly. Jocelyn isn't going to get any slipstream actually. But Apex, who's just behind Jocelyn, is on an outlap, so I don't actually care if he gets slipstream or not. Chatil here, almost running out of ERS because the final chicane does not invalidate it. If he did, that would be very painful for him. We'll see what improvement this does on the leaderboard for him so far. He goes up into P4. Very good lap from him there. That will probably be the last we see of Chatil today. Not today. Just made it sound like there's 2 days for this, there's only one. This will probably be the last we see of Chatil for this session. See, it's run out of fuel, I believe, now as well. Lunderland next drives across the line. We'll see where Lunderland can put it. Lunderland coming down the pit straight now. We'll see if he can put this, or if he can do any improvement on his lap. Yellow flag being brought out middle sector by the Red Bull Chatil. Lunderland comes across the line. He improves. He sets a lap at 22.6. He can start 2 laps here if he wants to. Just finish this lap now. Next will be the Mercedes here of NRC. No. NRC Arnson on an outlap. Him and his teammate NRC, they're both on outlaps, about to start their flyers. Only driver left on an outlap is ROS Hawk, who's about to start his flyer. He is closely followed by the black and white AlphaTauri of Iron Storm, who's starting his flyer. So these will be the last few drivers to start laps. Jocelyn here finishing one of his flyers, probably starting second one if he is not low on fuel. Improvement of 1.8 seconds to starting the flyer. X-Pilot has misjudged his timing, I believe. Wasn't actually able to get another flyer. So there'll be no improvement here from X-Pilot or Chatil. First driver of this second batch to cross the line is going to be the McLaren of Lunderland. Chatil retires in the pit lane. Lunderland, where can you put it? How much of an improvement can you give me? He improves by... He doesn't improve. He's actually slow with this lap, which is very sad for him there. Keeps his position of 9th. Gergo improves by 1.7 tenths. I just saw Litwi Arnson hit the Wall of Champions in the Valkyrie his lap time. He did. Skeefy improves yet again on that lap time, putting in a 20.0 now. 5 tenths quicker than Apex, who is second. Iron Storm comes into the pits. Last driver is going to be Hawk, who's invalidated his lap time. Oh no, Jocelyn and Apex still have laps to go. Sorry about that. Jocelyn moves himself up to P2, very good lap time from there, but that's quickly stolen back by ARL Apex, who actually goes pole. I've misjudged Skeefy's time. I thought Skeefy did a 24.0 or 20.0. He's actually done a 20.4. Apex though, very good from him there, puts a 20.243 in. So your grid for the race, once it shows me, I will read off to you guys. But very well done from all the drivers here today, or so far today. As we see Jocelyn very happy with his P3. Apex will lead it away as the first Swede of the top 10, then followed by Skeefy and Jocelyn, the two Brits in this top 10. Storm, the other Swede, and then we get onto the Norwegians. Chatil, Arnson, the first two. Gergo, the Hungarian, split both of them. Then it's X-Pilot, Lunderland, and Hawk. Hawk sent his lap time on the intermediates, but all these drivers will have free choice of tyres going into tomorrow's race. As that very good shootout, no one blocking each other, which is very nice. As we see here, tyre usage. Some drivers did actually chuck the intermediates on. The only warnings that were there for speeding in the pits or cutting corners and getting invalidations. So very good from all these drivers, as I know Jocelyn is very, very happy with his P3. Which is nice. Nice for him to be up in P3 and be enjoying himself. As look at that. Goes from pouring rain to bright ass sunshine. What a change the weather can give as all the drivers are now sat on the grid. I can actually read you off the tyre compounds they're going to choose. And they're all choosing softs. As I am quickly just going to go grab myself a drink for the race, so I don't dry my throat up. You will be able to see all the drivers tick their names and stuff. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm very sorry about that to everyone who's watching the stream. Thank you, Anson, but I am back alive. A very big thank you for everyone then who waited during the race. You guys didn't actually have to, as I believe it would have been back during the thingy lap. During the formation lap, but thank you yet again. Good luck to everyone in Division 2 for the race. Hope it is a clean one for all you drivers, and there are no major incidences that I have to commentate over. Just hope it goes as well as qualifying and there's battles all up and down the field, and that I don't get kicked out like last week. Getting kicked out last week was very frustrating. There we go, all drivers have readied up. So I will actually tell you their tyres now as... Oh. Very interchangeable on the tyres as we see Apex on softs, Skeefy Yossen mediums, Storm, Chatel, Anson all on softs, Gergo, X-Pilot London mediums, Hawk softs, Gustav softs, Dane Zero mediums, Evian softs, Breezy mediums, Korea Kingburger, so both the runners on the same strategy looks like, softs, Rhythm, Nigelator and Deviant all on mediums. All 19 drivers seem to be in a checkerboard type of pattern here. But what it looks like is some of the drivers are going to be doing the soft, medium, medium, some are going to be doing medium, soft, medium, soft, medium, or switching it up and doing medium, medium, soft. All depend on the safety cars though. The safety car early on could cause changes. Dame Zero back in, oh not Dame Zero. Actually, London are back in quite a bit there. Everyone weaving left, right, left, right, left, right. And Lundland, the magical Lundland has ended up spinning it. As there we go, we actually get shown the strategy. Please on the strategy ignore the hard compound, that'll be soft. Just a game bug in on us. These drivers not wanting to hit each other on this formation lap and actually ruin their chances of having warm tyres for the start. The drivers now coming across the line. And it will be lights out and away we go for these drivers. They all now form up on the grid. We'll then have lights out for these drivers. Last driver joining the grid there, who is actually of London in P9. He did end up spinning the formation lap. Hopefully did not overcook his tyres. As we get all the drivers on the grid. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. So the minute looks to be a very good start for the Steve who actually takes the lead of the race. Going into turn 1, but then we see, I can't even tell you who's where, the Williams fighting back. There's drivers off at turn 1 as well, but that's actually very clean. And the Williams there, I still don't know who's where. Their game's bugged out on timings. At the minute it's saying Gustav is P1, when Gustav's near the back of the grid. But I'm just trying to keep an eye on every single driver, hoping there are no instances there. So at the minute Apex leads. London has ended up actually having a spin and taking this one. That's very annoying for them. Dame Zero, I believe, there has dropped back as well. Done that spin going off the circuit, or what? He's actually got end plate damage, so that's not good for him. At the start we see Apex retains the lead from then Skeefy. Storm up a few positions. Anson, then Jocelyn going 3 wide there. Jocelyn, Chatel and Hawk. They're then followed by the 2 Ferraris of Gergo and X-Pilot. McLaren of Gustav, then Evian, followed by the 2 Ferraris of Kingberg and Korea. Breezy has just overtaken Rhythm there. Then followed by Deviant, Dame Zero, Nigel and London. As we actually see first driver come into the pits there. There is Gergo, and he's then quickly followed by Breezy and Dame Zero. I believe all 3 have wing damage. Hawk just overtaking Shuttle, going into Taiwan. That's very good from there. There's his drivers all the way through the field of battle now. But look at this, Apex put out 1.2 seconds to Iran Storm. Skeefy has shot down to P3 now. I believe that is just letting his fellow driver through. He's on a slower competitor at the end of the race. We had Dame Zero and Breezy. Breezy's hit the wall again, I believe. That's not going to be good news for Breezy there if he has hit the wall again. But Storm caught up a bigger chunk of time and going to that final sector. He is leading both of the Mercedes there. These drivers further back all seem to be staying in position. No moves just yet. No moves just yet. Both. So hard to commentate on Canada, there's so many cars and cars together. Iran Storm actually has the quickest lap there, proving he is actually catching up to the back of the fellow driver. Korea may try and move on Kingberger going down the straight. Korea getting close. Oh, wow, breaks himself just then, tries to keep the rear end. This is very good from him there. London pits, okay. London has pitted, this is for a change of front wing. There, we'll see what other drivers can do as DRS is now finally enabled. Okay, there we go. So Iran Storm is now inside of Apex's DRS. He will be hoping he can make a move on Apex as quickly as he can. If there is a yellow flag, that is Welsh Deviant, who has had an offing. No damage there for his Red Bull, but that is another offing he has had, so he's going to be frustrated with himself there. I just want to flick back. Chattel has got past Hawk going into the hairpin, very good from there. And Chattel is actually going to have the DRS out of the two. But if you look here, Skeefy on the slower compound tyre is actually dropping off the back of Iran Storm. Iran Storm catching the back of Chattel up ahead. Iran Storm, that's its fastest lap yet again, proving he is catching. We've got this little group that X-Pilot has ended up forming. The group consists of X-Pilot, Custom, FEN, and Rhythm. Nope, the group's how the 4 does meaning. It's Jocelyn followed then by a little group. Sorry about that, I got the wrong driver at the start of it. But these drivers are starting to spread themselves out. Breezy, I believe, has pitted yet again, do not lie. Hawk, though, is the first driver to pick up a 3-second time penalty. He's going to be frustrated with himself, setting a 3-second time penalty. Another driver is going to be frustrated is Jocelyn, even though he's on medium slower compound tyres and 2 close on the quicker strategy have gone past. He's still going to be kicking, but obviously was very ecstatic with that P3. I just saw Chattel there take a line, which probably ended up giving him a warning there. He's going to be frustrated with himself if he picks up a penalty off of something like that. But something else is happening is Iran Storm extremely close to the back of Apex. Apex deploying no ERS though. Storm, Slipstream and no ERS going to make a move into the final chicane. No contact there, very clean move, very well done. He will get DRS again, which is going to be very frustrating. Jocelyn drops a position to Chattel there. Chattel is on compound tyres, but Jocelyn will be hoping he can get that position back. At the moment, we actually, something that I'm happy about is we haven't seen anyone crash into the Water Champions yet, and DNF, which I've done multiple times before, so no one should be ashamed if they end up actually crashing there. Arnson gets past Skeefy. Skeefy's had nothing. Skeefy has lost his rear part of his front wing. Don't know if that was a collision with Arnson or what it was. May have just been a mistake on himself. But Iran Skeefy is going to actually have to come into the pits now to replace that. This little train that is formed behind Hawk now. Drivers are all going to be hungry for some action to get the drivers ahead of him. But that incident by Skeefy is going to hamper other drivers trying to get past him as he does have damage to his downforce. Which is going to mean he's much slower as we do see Jocelyn just get past the Skeefy there. Skeefy going to try and make his way back to the pit. Breezy retires in the pit. It's not nice to see drivers retire this early, but Breezy may have a reason to retire this early. Maybe 3 times of wing damage or something like that, we don't know. Very sad to see him go there. Apex close to the back of Storm, but not close enough. As we do yet see the Mercedes of Skeefy pit. Breezy has now left the session as well, as these drivers are coming through. Skeefy replacing his front wing. That's a nice view. They've just got on Dangerous Cars sitting in the front wheel. but any of the battles going on a bit further down the field. This little group there, Exploder's now picked up as well, with Christoph, Evgen, Kingberg, Saddle for the back, but these little groups are nice to see. It proves that drivers are racing close to each other, as you can see at the back of Hawks and Car. And there is a little group falling behind them, always nice to see. So that 3 times now, well done. But we do see them all come to the hairpin very nicely, no incidences there. All seem to take a different line, as you can tell. Different line probably depends on the different riding style. Some would like to take more curbs, some would like to take a better exit to it. Gergo picks up 3-second time penalty, so Hawk, Gergo and Corey are now all 3-second time penalties. Gergo remembering themselves now, but as it's a full driveway, actually Pistol very close to the back of X-Spider here. That back straight is up down massively. Just doesn't want to activate CRS there and risk anything happening. Anderson trying to catch up to the back of Storm and Apex. These two are batting but not batting at the same time, if that makes sense. They're just sat there. Jocelyn also trying to catch up to the back of Chatel. Chatel trying to catch up to the back of Anderson. These guys are in no DRS at the minute. The first driver to actually have DRS down the order that is not Apex is Christoph. Christoph trying to catch up to the back of X-Pilot here. DRS enabled, will he be able to make anything? No, he won't. Just realised there's actually a barrier that sticks out like that. I'm surprised I haven't hit that before. Something else though is the Red Bull of Deviant catching up to the Alpha Tauri there of the Nigelator. We'll see where they can put it. As Christoph gets past X-Pilot extremely deep on that hairpin. Lost 2 positions, which is cost him massively on the track as well. Won't actually have DRS, which the 2 drivers ahead of him do. He's going to be very frustrated with himself there, going too deep, lost himself time. And through the final chicane, very good from everyone. You see how close these drivers do actually get to the wall, but not touching the wall. Here and Skeefy's actually managed to get past Deviant. I don't know if there's an incident there for Deviant, but he's actually sent something further forward on the grid. If he set fast, start proving his pace up. Everyone very close to the back of Costa there as well. He's going to get DRS down this back straight, but so will all the other drivers behind him, including X-Pilot, Kingberg, and Golden. X-Pilot is trying to improve position to have that massively deep corner he went. As these drivers are getting so close to the outside wall. We do actually see a lock-up there for Kingberg, which is going to cost him a little bit on time-wise, but too much. Deviant very close to the back of Nigelator. Now we'll see if Deviant can get past Nigelator. Does he get past him? Going down the straight, he does not just yet. There are more battles going up further up the field. Hawk's little group is still fighting each other. Evian 3-second time penalty there for more than likely running wide at the All of Champions. Skeefy dropping 2 seconds back to Deviant, who's just got past Nigel. That's very good for him there. Proving his pace. Little train. It seems to be very entertaining as we just raced each other. Look at this, Jocelyn catching all the way up to the back of Chatel. We'll see what these 2 drivers can do when they catch up to each other. Apex still sat right behind Storm though. Storm is on much lower ERS than Chatel. So we'll see what they can do now. Yellow flag. This yellow flag has been caused by Deviant. Deviant has had a little pirouette there. No wing damage, which is good, but he has dropped down 4 positions now. So that is going to be very sad for him there. Apex still going back to the, still getting close to the back of Storm. Both do actually come into the pits now, as this is actually going to show. Even though Skeefy did have that incident where he lost his wing, I want to actually see where these guys come out compared to each other. Set 2 fastest laps in a row. The drivers, Jocelyn going to be the only driver staying out. He's on the alternate strategy. Yellow flag in the middle sector. Who is that caused by? That's caused by Deviant hitting another wall, I believe. Don't know if there is any wing damage. Shouldn't bring out a safety car, it does not. He is missing an end plate, I believe. That's very sad for him there. It's now lap 10. We see that Yossen leads from Hawk and then Storm. So, Skiffy with that wing change has cost him dearly, as he has now dropped down to P12 in that Mercedes. And he'll catch up to the back of the rest of the grid. Kingberger and Kustov still on those tyres that they had strapped on at the beginning of the race. Apex getting really close to the back of Kustov, as Kustov has actually put himself just in between the provisional leader. I don't know what word it is, I'm sorry. My English is not the best still. But we will see how this plays out as... Is Hawk gonna pit? Or is he not? Hawk pits, yep. So Hawk's gone for the overcut on the drivers ahead of him. Yosten still stays out. Storm goes back into P2. As Kustov and Kingberger also pit, I believe their teammates did actually have to pit as well the lap before. That's when they stepped on the extra lap. As I believe Skiffy now up into P9. Very good recovery from him there. As the drivers are all just pushing themselves as hard as they can to try and close up to each other. But that McLaren being in between Apex and Storm has actually cost Apex DRS massive. It's cost him 2 seconds, which is very big in the scheme of things. A lot of these drivers that were actually too far behind to be in DRS and actually gained DRS, as there is a spinner. There's of NRC Korea who has done a full pirouette to keep his car running. We'll see if there are any damages. His teammate of Kingberger gets past him, followed by Nigel to then Evian, I believe, also gets past. Yes, he does. Opens DRS. I don't believe any wing damage. We are actually sat on board with his wing at the minute. He now does turn into the right-hander. As he hits the curb, big tyres and spins it. He's going to be very disappointed with himself. Hopefully he can cool those tyres down as quickly as he can. This is so close actually. Please, okay. Chatil right close to the back of Arnson. Arnson back close to the back of Rhythm. Rhythm close to the back of NRC X-Pilot. Rhythm makes his way round as Chatil. Brilliant move from them to go on the outside of Arnson. Also gets X-Pilot on the exit. Very good from him also there. That was amazing English before anyone says it was not. These drivers are all driving for their life so far. We'll see what else they can do. We do actually see the Renault there of Korea come into the pits. Yosten still leads so far. He's on the alternate strategy to Apex. To Storm followed by Apex, then Living and Chatil. And X-Pilot, Arnson, Skiffy. Skiffy here, brilliant recovery drive. He's himself right close to the back of his teammate Arnson, who he was actually ahead of when he had that spin. So good improvements from all these drivers. As I will check for you guys now if there have been. London has done a breezy. Oh, okay, that's why breezy. So lap 1 incidences, we will check. That's going to be in the pit stops. Wait, there you go. Go, Breezy, Dame, London, all had to pit for new front wings. So that is the reason why those drivers were a bit further back on the overall standing list. But now the drivers are improving as Yosten still leading from Storm, keeping a solid gap. Apex not able to catch him at the back, and it's just too frustrating. As Arnson now very close to the back of Rhythm, then followed by X-Pilot and Skiffy. All these drivers just plug away each other, doing very well for each other. As I believe Gergo there gets a 3-second time penalty. Arnson close to the back of Rhythm, now Dame Zero also gets a 3-second time penalty. Rhythm locks up his front right. This is going to allow Arnson to attack him. Arnson does end up attacking and getting past the pink Mercedes, or the Racing Point. They are improving a lot. These drivers are improving a lot on their laptops now as well, as more drivers are picking up time penalties. As this circuit is known to be massive punishment on time penalties. Apex there kicking up a chunk of dirt as he goes across. Chatil coming from the chicane, followed by Arnson, then Rhythm, then Skiffy followed closely by X-Pilot. Skiffy and X-Pilot both will need to pit soon, same as Rhythm. All of them are on completely different strategies to the front runners. But we'll see that these drivers actually do end up doing as Yosten changes onto the medium compound tyre. Yellow flag, final sec, that is Welsh Deviant going slowly. I believe he has at a spin. Skeefy picks up a 3-second time penalty there as well. Nigel comes into the pits to switch off his medium compound tyres. Who did I say picked up 3 seconds then? I believe it was Skeefy. Skeefy's on one soft as well, burning through his ERS, trying to catch his guys ahead to get inside DRS. There's only one driver I believe in DRS, which is Jocelyn, who is very close to the back of the X-Pilot now. So Jocelyn, who has dropped down a few positions, wants to catch up to the back of X-Pilots. He's not going to make a move to the hairpin, is he? Not close enough. Coming out of the hairpin, he may get better traction and be able to make a move. His X-Pilot is on 13-lap old medium compound tyres. Meaning the degradation of those tyres is probably up. Coming down the pit straight, we'll see what he can end up doing. He does get past the Ferrari with DRS assistance, very good for him there. Rhythm pits, there you go. AMS Rhythm does end up pitting off of his medium compound tyres. As that will promote some more drivers up a few positions. Storm still getting chased down by Apex, who is slowly dropping off. Apex then followed by Chatil, Anson, Skeefy, Jocelyn is the top 6. X-Pilot there will also need to pit off those medium compound tyres. We've run the switch to DIVs. 20 more laps of this. And there'll be one more pit stop guaranteed for every other driver, so I don't believe anyone can take their medium or soft tyres to the end of the race. Gogo being the only one who's actually on harder compound tyres, I'm sure. He wanted to hit these hard compound tyres later on into the race and see what he can do with them. Korea there getting past Lundgren down the pit straight, very well done from him there. I did just see Dames are getting a bit squirrely. Evian cut to the corner there. He stay ahead of Kingberg. I don't know if he was forced wide by Kingberg or missed his braking point. That's... I don't know. I can't even comment on that as I don't actually see it. Storm, Apex, Anson, Rhythm, Lundgren and Deviant all keeping the penalty clean at the minute. Very good from all of them. Kingberger close to the back of Evian, opening DRS up and trying to catch the back of Evian. Coming into the braking zone of the final chicane, doesn't do anything. Almost loses the way around, but manages to catch it. Hawk very close to the back of X-Pipe now as well. But at the minute it's just the gaps are growing bigger between each driver, which below. As we do actually see Evian coming out for the second time, and that is what Evian is actually trying to catch at the back of Gogo. Hawk, look how close Hawk is actually to the back of X-Pilot there. The Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari don't go nowhere to wheel. Hawk ends up getting ahead, going into the braking zone of this chicane and finishes that. And to just realise this circuit is mainly just chicanes and straights. There's no real U-turns or anything around here. Or hair. There's one hairpin, that's it. As we see Anson pick up a 3-second time penalty, that could be massive in the total decision. Any time penalty, not time decision. Winner of this race decision is time penalties round here. Do come from most drivers, but it is usually who can grab the least. I'm not going to actually show the time penalties. Yellow flag, final sector, I believe that's Hawk. Hawk spun it at Wall of Champions. Oh, he's going to be very annoyed with himself now. He actually had put the car into neutral, he's put it back into first. And gets away. And he's got wing damage on this lap. It's going to be very annoying from there as we can actually see X-Pilot change his front wing as well in the Ferrari. But at the minute it seems to be Aaron Storm sat very high in the AlphaTauri. Well, sat on a high pedestal in the AlphaTauris. He needs to race from, I believe, P6. He's gone up 3 positions, so he's P4 for the start. It's actually very good for him there. As Lundgren is our first driver to actually get onto the second stop. Lundgren though will probably need to make a third stop, as I don't think he can take those medium and compound tyres that long in the race. But yeah, and Storm going to be leading still, then followed by Apex, followed by Hawk. So, I was about to say, can I actually take control of the car then? So I don't do that. Evian very close to the back of Gogo here, then they are both followed by Kingberger. Evian seeming to touch the grass and exit the corner there, that is going to happen quite a bit. There is another battle going on further back. Trying to find who that is. That is Crystal, very close to the back of Hawk as well. Dame Zero has also had a spin in the Wheel of Champions. Removal of the whole front wing needs to be very frustrated with that. As it is actually a full course safety car. Him spinning there is called the full course safety car. So even though he has spun on one medium of compound tyres and lost his front wing, he's sat in a very good position because now he can pit while everyone's still separated. The safety car has come out and is waiting there on his right hand side. And he can pit off of these medium compound tyres that he's got as he actually goes across the chicane due to wing damage there. He can get back, get in the pits, change front wing, change tyres is what I actually want to change onto the medium compound tyres. London there switches into the hard. He may try and take them to the end. But the safety car's done one good thing, is bunched the whole field right back up when they start to separate. As you can see, it's 20 seconds ahead of Dame Zero, 11 seconds ahead of Nigel, and 12 seconds ahead of Burger. As front two don't pit, but Arnson, Jocelyn and Skeefy all pit. Arnson and Skeefy have double stacked. Brilliant from them there. Double stacking in this game can be tricky and the pit crew are a bit buggy occasionally. We see a lot of these shows do get pit. Dame Zero, yep, pit. But no shock there, the driver that has ended up bringing the safety car out does pit to get off of those worn mediums and chuck on probably a new pair of mediums into the Alfa Romeo pit crew as they remove that damaged front wing and put a new fresh one on. He's put the hard compound tyres on, so he's looking to go to the end on these. Same as I've just realised Jocelyn's put the hard compound tyres on. Or DSJ or Jocelyn, whichever one it is. You're going to have to tell me how to pronounce your name because I have a feeling I'm saying it wrong. If you're listening to the stream, Twitch ERS on if you're actually listening to the stream. Okay, he's not listening to the stream. Makes sense. But here in Storm got the safety car. Even though Dame Zero did have that spin, he's only actually dropped down 2 positions. So he's going to be able, I believe he will be able to catch the positions back up due to pit stops. As Christoph and X-Pilot both pitted onto the soft compound tyres, don't know if that was a mistake or what. They may have actually chosen the softer strategy for this circuit, meaning they will not actually have a hard compound tyre. As they all are just backing into the safety car now. Safety car probably, dependent on how many drivers catch up, be in this lap. As, are there any lapped cars? Yes, there is. The lapped cars of Lunderland and Korea are sat between ERN Storm, Apex and Chateau. So these drivers will be getting the blue flag instantly as the race restarts and they should be given these positions back. But they don't have to, they do actually have the opportunity to re-overtake Storm and Apex and lap themselves. But I don't know if they will be able to. We are still waiting for Nigelator to catch up to the safety car queue. As there are 15 laps that's gone through left, we will have safety car for another lap. Some of these front runners will be annoyed that we're going to have safety car for another lap, but they're going to deal with that because there's nothing I can do with the safety car. I think one thing that would be cool is if you have a spectator in your safety car, they could drive the safety car pace. And that'd be nice to do. I'd probably just brake check everyone though. See how many people got wing damage. Still trudging around behind the safety car. as them being behind the safety car does get a bit frustrating, as we do actually see Deviant being the last car to catch up the safety car queue. We know that Korea and London are already inside the safety car queue, nothing that they can do. And safety car's in this lap. Brilliant. Meaning Air and Storm is now turned into the pace car and will be slowly. Turn left, then right, then left, then right. Storm now will actually choose when he wants to go. He is actually holding these drivers up quite a lot. Skeefy has just picked up a 5-second time penalty collision with Gergo. I do not know what that is about. Gergo has lost an end plate in that collision, but go as Storm speeds away. Whereas the two lapped cars are... Nigel 5-second time penalty, severe collision with Hawk, I believe. So the drivers are actually picking up penalties. We'll see how many of them stay, but I didn't actually see anything there as Dame Zero is trying to get on the inside there. Yellow flag sector 1, that is... Who is that? That is Deviant, I believe he's had an offing. Dame Zero there has... Oh my days, Dame Zero's had a massive offing there, and he has actually collected Nigelator. And that is Nigelator who has DNF'd. I do not know what happened then, but that looks very nasty for both drivers involved. Nigelator being the only car to retire out of that, as there is now a yellow flag in sector 1. Doesn't look to be a VSC or anything for that incident, which is very surprising. But actually we see Arnson and Chatil going side by wheel to wheel here. Arnson gets past Chatil. Chatil will be hoping that he can get past on the next straight. He's going to be inside slipstream and he's going to light up his tyres. Aaron Storm, still followed by Apex, then Arnson, Chatil, Rhythm, Chatil and Jocelyn, Rhythm, and then Skeefy all over the back of Rhythm. Aaron Storm picks up a 3-second time penalty. In theory here, Rhythm's in a very good position. You see Dame Zero, 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. ROS Hawk, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Dame Zero's retired from the session. He's going to be very frustrated with how his race has gone. We do actually see Skeefy getting very close to the back of Yoslin there. Very nice for you to show us how good Skeefy actually is. Rhythm there, sadly picked up a 3-second time penalty, meaning every driver apart from Dugan now has a time penalty. Skeefy now, with overspeed there, actually manages... Is he going to be able to go on the outside? Well, he's going on the outside, very good from there. And he is now actually going to be all over the back of Yoslin. Skeefy going wheel to with Yoslin, I believe both are fully throwing ERS at it. Yoslin actually knocked out the ERS, but Skeefy managed to get past two drivers in 90 meters. His DRS is now finally enabled. He's actually going to help out Arndt to get past Apex. Skeefy there goes past another back marker as the next car for Skeefy to try and get past in his comeback of dreams would be Chatil. If Skeefy can win this, would be the race of his life, I believe. We do have drivers further down the grid still as Hawk going a bit slow there. I don't know if that was anything or anything. That was just a weird angle for me to see that. As we do see Kingberger muscle his way past the lapped car of London. A lot of these drivers actually got ERS or DRS. All of those drivers are ahead of them. But there's just battles going up and down the field. I can't speak about Evian getting very close to the back of Yoslin. Is he going to make a move? Yes, he is. I think there's one thing to keep in mind for Yoslin is he isn't going to have to pit, whereas the rest of them will. As Evian, I believe, is just taking his end plate off with a little miscalculation of braking and turning as only as he has. So that will mean he has to pit now off of those medium compound tyres if he wants to keep all the downforce. He goes for a move on the inside, and yeah, that was never going to end well going into that final chicane. As he has come off with wing damage now, Evian, as he is going to try and reverse his way out of that. Don't know if that did cause any damage for Rhythm or Yoslin there. Yoslin is in a very good position, even though it looks like the driver's ahead of him. They have to nurse their tyres back. He's on the hard compound, meaning the drivers ahead of him may actually have to pit, such as Chatil, Apex and Storm, who are all on 15 lap old mediums, whereas Arnson, Skeefy and Jocelyn are on fresher compound tyres, 6 laps. I don't know if these drivers will be able to nurse their tyres to the end of the race. It's going to be very unlikely, I believe, if they are going to be able to go gets past Evian as Evian is damaged there, sadly. But Storm still leads Arnson, who leads Apex, followed by Chatil and Skeefy. All these drivers do not have DRS on each other up until Rhythm. Oh no, that's the lap runner. Still coming to the front chicane. A lot of these drivers are actually waiting for the safety car. Storm pits. The Aaron Storm pits on the soft compound tyres, hoping to make their last 9 laps to the end of the race. He's going to hope there's no safety car to follow. That does now push Ant up into P1. Antson followed by Apex. Apex on 16 lap on medium. He's going to have to look after those tyres or he could risk them blowing up on him. Jocelyn picked up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be very annoying for the Racing Point driver there. Yellow flag, sector 1, that is Deviant. Deviant's had another spin. Unlucky there, Deviant lad. Just keep plugging away at it, we'll see what you can do. No, it's annoying that we've had that spin. Evian picks up onto the soft compound tyres. So at the minute, Arnson still leads, 7/10 lead to Apex, so it's a 7/10 lead to Chatil. As yeah, here you go. So the Mercedes lead. The Mercedes followed by Rhythm. As Jocelyn hits. Oh no, Jocelyn is actually in 4th, but I don't know if his teammate will have to pit as these drivers now on the alternate strategy seem to have made a little mess up. As Deviant's hit a wall again. Deviant, come on. I want to see you finish this race. No retiring in the pits from you today, okay? Keep plugging at it, we'll see if you can finish the race. Arnson leads Skeefy, leads Rhythm, leads Jocelyn, so it is a Mercedes 1 through 4 there, and then it is going to be Renault P5 followed by Kusto. So we'll actually do this. Kingberger picks up 3-second time penalty there in P5. We're going to see how this works. As we'd actually had things apologising for having the collision with Nigelator. They're very good sportsmanship from the two drivers, neither of them having a go at each other, both being nice. As Rhythm pits, that promotes Jocelyn up into P3. Jocelyn, who started P3, is still in P3, very good from him there. Skeefy now has the Red Bull there, lap Red Bull of Deviant to get past. So Arnson, 7 laps to hold off the attack from Skeefy. Skeefy, who was last, lap 1. We're going to see where he can put it. Jocelyn up into P3. Still, though, I believe it is just going to be a battle between the two Mercedes drivers. Both on 9-lap-old mediums, both did a double stack, they did double stack under the safety car. There we go. Finally, the right words came out of mouth. Storm overtakes X-Pilot, promoting up another position as 2-lap-old softs. Gogo picks up 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings there as well. As this race isn't over until we've seen everyone's time penalties. Kingberger getting very close to the back of Jocelyn here. Kingberger is on the same lap of tyres, but he's on mediums compared to the hards. Hawk gets past Christoph, Storm gets past Apex there, I believe. So this is going to be a straight sprint to the finish as Storm on the quicker tyres is catching very quickly, but he doesn't want to burn this tyres up too quickly. Chatil gets past X-Pilot as well there. As Arnson still leads Skeefy. This is going to be a battle right up until the end. As the Iran Storm there picked actually up a 3-second time penalty. He sat down in P7. He is wanting, and he, I believe, just picked up another warning there for that collision. So I want to focus on this front two, but there's so much action happening back down through the field as well. It's very hard to focus on anyone. But we do actually have the Red Bull of Deviant, who is... he's also racing Skeefy and Anthony, who's down in P14. He's probably enjoying himself there. As you see, Skeefy left, right, swerving. This is... I don't know if this is Skeefy letting Anton up the win, or this is Skeefy waiting a bit more as he turns his DRS off. Skeefy turns his DRS off. I don't know what this is going between these two drivers. Maybe Skeefy playing mind games on Anton? But I don't know, as we do actually see X-Pilot pit off his 12-lap Porsche softs. Gustav may also have to pit off his warm softs. But these soft runners have caught up to the back of the medium runners now, as Storm is all over the back of Gustav. He'll be hoping to make a move. Skeefy's dropping further and further off the back of Anton now. Is this what I've said before? Is Skeefy letting Anton have the win now? As Rico says, Skeefy has 8 seconds of penalties. Oh. Okay, then that is gonna... That could hamper right at the end of the race now. As if Anton only has 3 seconds that I saw, Skeefy will need to be 5 seconds, which even though Skeefy's a good driver, I don't know if he can pull 5 seconds, as we do see Storm get past Hawk down to the hairpin. Very good from him there, as he is going to try and extend this comeback somewhat off, if that's what you want to call it, from Storm. But Skeefy, last lap 1, as there was a yellow flag there, I don't know who that's for. I have no clue that yellow flag was for, but thank you Rico for telling that information. But we do see Anson lead Apex Ores to get past Hawk. So Skeefy, yep, dropping back off the back of Anson. I believe this is because of what Rico has told us in the chat. That 8 second of penalties is going to hamper him at the end, so don't quote. Skeefy probably doesn't believe he can put that much time. If we do actually see Kingberg and have DRS and Rosslyn trying to keep hold of his P3 position. Don't know about penalties, we are going to show them at the end of the race. Well, we're not even going to show them at the end of the race, we're going to see what happens. Randomly, these drivers improving a lot with them. Past Gustav, there you go. By improving, I did not mean improving. That's just a word that I decided to put in that sentence there. But Storm now, right back. Oh my days, my voice is going. Storm now, right close to the back of Kingberger. Storm not in DRS range going into that, but he is now 4 tenths behind him. Storm though has burned through a lot of his ERS, trying to catch up through the field. He is on the best compound tyres for the circuit. He is going to get on most for it. As right up close to the back of Kingberger, down the inside, Storm regains P4. Now it's going to be, is Jostling going to be able to hold out for these last 3 laps against Storm? We will see, but Anson still... I keep going back saying Anson's still in from Skeefy, even though I've been told Skeefy's got 8 seconds penalties. Apex past Kingberger there as well. Next driver will be Chateau, see if he can get past Kingberger as well. But this fight for P3 is probably out of the way, as Storm is just taking time out every single corner of Jostling now. As one is on the tyres with the most life and least grip, whereas Storm is on the tyres with the least life but most grip. As you can see how much better the turning is on those soft compound tyres. How close goes to the back of Jostling there. ERS deployed, actually turned off his overtake button, opens his rear wing, as he doesn't actually have to worry about the Williams and Apex behind him anymore. But Jostling still battling away up ahead. These drivers are slowly pulling away. Chatil down the inside, down around the outside of Kingberg, switching to the inside variant. Very good from him there. Lunderland pits, probably just going to go for fastest lap now from Lunderland. See if he can take it off of who does have fast lap actually. Fastest lap currently belongs to Chatil, a 1:10.7, so we'll see if he can beat that. But here in Storm now, very close to the back of Jocelyn, opening his DRS. Jocelyn isn't want to give this position up and stays ahead for now. He is going to have a much better final sector to stay ahead, as we know that Storm is good in a straight line and he is going to get a much better traction at that final corner. Jocelyn locks up, which is going to cost him on the exit. Storm, even though he gets a bit twitchy on the exit, tries to keep the car straight. Does keep the car straight, gets the slipstream off with Jocelyn's car as Jocelyn cannot get close enough to the car ahead of him to get slipstream. Keeps the car going. Storm, 9% ERS, does have that rear wing flashing. There's a yellow flag there, as I believe that was Deviant who has had a crash to the final corners there. The audio just decided to bug out as well. We do see Christoph there. Well, not Gergo getting past Christoph for the final points paying position. Gergo gets past. Storm is up into P3. Apex is also past Jocelyn there. Jocelyn, trying to keep it working for so long, has just sadly, it's fallen apart from him there on the harder compound tyres. Maybe could have chucked the mediums or instead of the hard, and then at that point in the race, he'll be kicking himself, I believe. Shatil is giving the next driver to get past Jocelyn. It looks like Apex Storm is still battling out yellow flag sector 2. That is the McLaren there. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's the McLaren there of Kustov. Done a full pirouette and given himself wing damage there. It is sadly annoying there for him. Lundalen picks up 3 seconds of time penalties for therefore exceeding track limits more than likely. You go Shatil versus Jocelyn yet again. This is going to go to the final lap now. Look, he can take different positions. Apex real close to the back of Hawk here as well. Will he be able to get the points playing position right at the end of the race? We will see. Yellow flag yet again. This is the McLaren of Kustov. Just probably wanting to forget these last few laps, to be honest. Someone who's not going to want to forget these last few laps is Apex, who is right at the back of Storm. Apex decides to Tokyo drift around that corner. A very good drift, but that has actually cost him massively on time. You did actually catch that on stream, Apex, if you want to watch that back. Very good drift. Shatel is very close to the back of Jocelyn now, as he does get past Jocelyn, and we do also see Rhythm get past Hawk there. So one racing point loses position, one gains a position. But they come to the final, they come to go up the final straight now. Christoph there, still bring out the yellow flags. As to the final chicane they come, it is Arnson to win on track the Canadian Grand Prix, followed by Skeeter, who did have his 8-second time penalties. Apex retires. Apex is retired on the pit straight. No. That's massive. I feel so bad there from Apex. He was in such a good position. But Storm gets P3, followed by Jocelyn, then Rhythm, or they both the racing points. Shatel, Hawk, Kingberger, Gergo. Apex is right the car. He has just been passed by X-Pilot. X-Pilot moves himself into P10, then it is Evian, Korea, Deviant, Christoph, and London full finish now. So, I don't... Does anyone know what happened to the back of... does anyone have a POV of what happened to Apex? Did he just lose it to that final corner, or that collision? Oh. Evian comes across the line to finish at the Canadian Grand Prix. Evian finishes P11 just outside of the points. Very sad for him there. Driver of the day there given to Rhythm. Now there are 2 drivers I could have given. If I had the choice of who to give driver of the day to, it would be one of 2 drivers. Rhythm for a brilliant drive up through the field there, starting right near the back of the grid and pushing his way very far up. And Skeefy. Skeefy yet again has had an instant lap 1, has had wing damage, has had to pit, and has managed to put himself all the way back through the grid. Brilliant from Skeefy and brilliant from Rhythm. Brilliant from all the drivers today. Jeez, that was a very good race, as you can see the time penalties now. So, Arndt with the win, followed then by his teammate in the Mercedes, Aaron Skeefy. Then followed by Storm, Jostin, Rhythm, Chattel, Hawk, Kingburger, X-Pilot, Gergo, Gergo, Evian, Apex, Korea, Deviant, Kustov, Lunderland, Dame Zero, Nigelator, and Breezy. Thank you everyone for tuning in to NRC Division 2 Canada. We will see you next week for, I believe it is Spain next week for NRC, so we'll see you next week then.